Hello and welcome. Rob and I are back with an episode where we're just gonna jump onto the internet and ask the internet, Chat GPT, to tell us some stories just so we can get an episode out for September,
And reap the benefits of the money that brings
which is nothing.
with zero effort.
Absolutely. No, we get paid for the effort we put in, which is nothing, so we get paid nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you want to sponsor. No, let's not get into those.
Patreon.
Intro.
Patreon.
Yeah. No, I think Patreon shuts down after so long of nobody signing up. So somebody sign up. You're not going to get out of it, but sign up, please.
Oh dear.
So, like I said, we're just going to jump into some ChatGPT stories again, just so we can get some out for September, because we missed August because we were busy with holidays and life. And then September's come round and gone.
What life?
I have a very busy life, which involves. Anyway, moving on. So I got a video out in September.
Yeah, you did.
I haven't
It was
done one
good.
of those in a while.
It was good.
If you haven't checked it out, it's one where I watch. I was going to watch just 5 videos from the internet. However, it turned into 10 because they were all terrible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you haven't-
YouTube Shorts let you down big time.
all YouTube Shorts let me down tremendously. So if you haven't checked out the video, get over to YouTube and check it out. And without further ado, let's get into the first story, which simply I put in. The prompt is, can you write me a short ghost story?
Excellent. It's going to tell you the same one from before, isn't it?
Of course, the last passenger. The night bus rattled down the empty country road, its headlights cutting through the fog. Sarah sat alone, except for a man who had boarded 2 stops earlier. He never moved, never blinked, just stared out the window into the darkness. She tried not to look, but every so often she caught his reflection in the glass. His mouth hung slightly open, as though he were whispering to the night. The driver suddenly braked hard. "End of the line," he called. Confused, Sarah turned to the man, but his seat was empty. She frowned. I swear he was right there. As she rose to leave, she noticed something pale on the seat, a crumpled bus ticket. Its date was smudged, but she could still make it out. September 28th, 1985.
Here's a naff story. Would you like me to make it good?
Yeah. So that is the first draft of the story
Mm-hmm.
that it's given us. We can ask it to make it more atmospheric.
When you asked for a short story, I didn't realize you meant that short.
Yeah, I know it was a bit short.
Girl goes on a bus, sees a ghost, finds a ticket. The end.
Yeah, that was it.
What?
No, exactly, yeah. And I think the good and the bad thing about ChatGPT is it will use the information you've asked previously to generate answers. Well, maybe not answers, but information towards it. So
I'm pretty sure Sarah was in a previous story.
possibly, I mean, I've asked it regarding haunted buses, and it's the first story it's brought me up is a story about a passenger. Which,
With a ticket from the ancient past.
from the
1985.
1985. Before your time.
Yeah, just.
Just ask it to tell us another ghost story.
Here's another short ghost story for you, a bit darker this time.
Ooh.
The room at the top. Tom rented a small countryside inn for the weekend, the kind of place with crooked floors and locks that never quite clicked shut. The innkeeper gave him a brass key and said quietly, "Don't go up to the top floor. That room isn't let anymore." That night, long after the fire in the lobby had died, Tom woke to the sound of slow, deliberate footsteps above him. A chair scraped across the floor, then silence. Curiosity gnawed at him. He climbed the creaking staircase and saw a door at the very end of the hall. It was ajar. Inside, moonlight poured through broken curtains. And there she was, a woman in a faded white dress, rocking slowly in a chair, though her head lolled too far to one side. Her eyes snapped open, the chair stopped rocking, and the door slammed shut behind him. Do you want me to keep writing these as bite-sized eerie tales, good for podcast intros, or build you a longer ghost story next time?
Longer next time would be nice.
Yeah, we were talking about ghost stories, not ghost sentences.
So again, another nice short one there, but let's ask it for something a bit longer because we're just getting to the good bits and then it's leaving us hanging.
Yeah, it's like going to watch a film and it finishing at the intro.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So let's see what it tells us now.
The candle in the window. When Eleanor inherited her grandmother's old cottage by the sea, she thought it would be the perfect escape from city life. The stone house stood on the cliffs, its windows gazing out over the endless dark of the ocean. Locals had always whispered about the place, but Eleanor dismissed their warnings as small-town superstition. On her first night, as the wind howled through the chimney, Eleanor noticed a candle burning in the upstairs window of the empty house across the lane. She thought little of it, until she asked the grocer the next morning. "There hasn't been anyone in that house for years," the grocer said, his hands pausing mid-wrap. "It's been boarded up since the fisherman and his family drowned." That night, Eleanor couldn't help but look again. Sure enough, the candle was there, flickering faintly. This time, she saw a shadowy figure pass in front of the flame. Sleep was impossible. She wrapped herself in a blanket and sat by her own window, watching. At exactly midnight, the candle went out. The next evening, she forced herself across the lane. The other house loomed like a hollow shell. She pushed open the warped door, dust thick in the air. Every room was bare, every window nailed shut, and yet on the mantel sat a half-melted candle, still warm. Behind her, a wet voice whispered, "We keep the light burning so the sea can find us again." When she turned, the room was full of them, dripping with seawater, their pale faces shining in the dark, all reaching for her with outstretched hands.
So a bit more of a longer story there. There's not much prompts going on with these ones, but I think these are coming up with some interesting stories so far. Not too scary in all fairness, not too spooky. Nothing like a serial killer in the woods. That's the next one.
Nice.
No, maybe not. But yeah, do you want to give it a go?
I'll just end up writing one about a serial killer in the woods now.
That's fine. You can do that.
Go on, I'll go do a little typing.
Ashes of the Jinn. Long ago in the deserts of Oman, there was a man named Farid who made his fortune by trickery and cruelty. One night, desperate to expand his wealth, he captured a wandering jinn. Bound in iron chains and burned with holy fire, the jinn shrieked as its body turned to smoke and ash. With its last breath, it cursed Farid's bloodline. "As long as your kin draw breath, my vengeance will walk with them." Farid laughed and buried the urn of ashes beneath his house. Centuries passed. The family prospered, forgetting the cruel deed of their ancestor, until Amal, Farid's great-great-granddaughter, returned to the old estate. The house had stood abandoned for years, the desert sands swallowing its walls. She intended to restore it. On her first night there, the wind carried whispers through the crumbling halls. The air grew heavy with the smell of smoke. Amal awoke to see black fingerprints scorched into her bedroom door, prints that hadn't been there before. The next day, her cousin Rashid came to visit. As he crossed the courtyard, he collapsed screaming, clawing at his skin as if unseen flames consumed him. His body bore burns no water could soothe. By the third night, Amal understood. The jinn had awakened. Each evening, the air grew hotter. Shadows bent unnaturally, forming shapes that loomed and stared. In mirrors, she saw her ancestor's face staring back, hollow-eyed and burning. She fled to the village elder, begging for guidance. The old man only shook his head. Farid's sin cannot be undone, but perhaps bargained with. Armed with salt, incense, and trembling courage, Amal returned to the estate. In the cellar, she unearthed the rusted urn. The ashes within shifted like living embers. The jinn rose before her, tall, wreathed in black fire, eyes burning like coals. Its voice rattled the stones. The blood of Farid finally returns. Amal fell to her knees. "Take me. End the curse with me, but spare the rest." The jinn's fire dimmed, considering. Then it whispered, "Not enough." The house shook. Flames licked the walls. Amal's screams joined the roar of the inferno. When dawn came, only blackened ruins remained, yet not a single ember smoldered. The villagers say that when the wind howls through the desert night, it carries Amal's voice, weeping. The jinn still hunts the scattered descendants of Farid, following them from Oman to every corner of the world. For vengeance, like fire, never truly dies.
I mean, that was a creepier story.
Yeah,
I don't know
a
how.
bit more substance, but
Yeah,
again, they keep getting to the end too quickly. There's no build and stuff on them.
Yeah. That is AI for you.
But yeah,
You
this
know,
is it.
It is
where,
limited. I mean, it could probably write something longer, but
It probably could, but you'd have to give it, like, you'd have to lead it the whole way through.
Yeah.
You'd have to tell it what to do and when to get it to actually do the things. It's not going to have human touch and personality that an actual writer would do.
No, absolutely. And I think that's one of the things is, as it stands at the moment, AI is a far cry from taking over the world that people are worried about. It's not going to do your job for you.
No, it's not going to take over. I mean, there's people that will get AI to write emails from, and you can spot them a mile off.
Yeah.
It brings up some interesting stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it needs the human touch to actually, bring that personality to the stories and stuff. Because at the moment, it's just very much, this is the thing, and this is what happened. And as a result of the thing that happened, this then happened. It's like, okay.
Yeah. It's, I mean, my biggest thing is I'm not quite sure how accurate these are to Legends of Jinns. And
yeah. The thing is, it will use information from certain websites. So if the one that it picks isn't
accurate,
historically accurate, whatever, then it's just going to tell a story based on somebody else's version of it.
Absolutely. And if you're listening and you're familiar with jinns and have a bit more knowledge about jinns, and let us know whether that's accurate or not. Leave a comment, drop us a message anywhere on the socials if you can find us.
I like that it appeared more geographically accurate with the jinn story.
Yeah.
As if it's, starts telling its story, it's like, in Bradford, there was this thing that did this. It's like, it's not really something that's from this part of the world. So I do like that it did get that element right.
It went to the relevant regions of the world where jinns would be. If jinns are real, I'm not saying they are or not. If they are real, that's where you would find them in the world rather than Bradford, Leeds, the Yorkshire surrounding area.
Yes.
So let's do one more. So this one, I'm not going to tell you the prompt for this one, listeners, but let's just say it should be funny.
Okay.
It should be fun.
The Haunted Asylum Sleepover. Paul and Robert, two brothers who ran a paranormal podcast, decided it was finally time to prove to their listeners that they weren't all talk. So, naturally, they picked the creepiest, most cliche location possible, Blackthorn Asylum, abandoned since the 1950s and rumored to be haunted by everyone from escaped patients to a headless nurse with a clipboard. Okay, Paul whispered into the recorder as they stepped inside. The air is freezing cold, and I swear something just brushed my arm. That was me, Robert said. I'm carrying the snacks. The place was falling apart. Paint peeled from the walls, old beds creaked in the shadows, and doors slammed in the distance without anyone touching them. The brothers set up their sleeping bags in what used to be the common room, right under a flickering light bulb that had no electricity connected to it. This is fine, Robert muttered. Totally fine. Haunted light bulbs are normal. As the night deepened, they began hearing groans and whispers echoing through the corridors. Paul, ever the brave one, decided to call out, "If there are any spirits here, please make yourself known." Immediately, the vending machine in the corner rattled and dropped a single ancient packet of crisps onto the floor. See? Paul grinned. Even the dead know we're hungry. Robert wasn't amused. You do realize you just summoned a ghost with the munchies? Hours passed, and the brothers eventually dozed off. At around 3 a.m., the witching hour, they were jolted awake by the sound of footsteps circling them. Paul grabbed his recorder. "This is it! Evidence!" A shadowy figure stepped into the flickering light. Tall, gaunt, with hollow eyes, Robert screamed. Paul screamed louder. The figure stopped, tilted its head, and said in the most bored voice imaginable, "Could you two shut up?" Some of us are trying to haunt in peace. Then it walked straight through the vending machine and vanished. The brothers packed up immediately. On the drive home, Robert muttered, "Next time we're doing a ghost hunt in a coffee shop, at least then the spirits serve drinks."
So that's the most accurate story we've had all night.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm the brave one. You
Robert
screamed louder.
screamed. Paul screamed louder.
I don't believe that. I would have been carrying a camera, not a recorder.
Yeah.
And why is there a vending machine in an abandoned asylum?
It's been abandoned since when?
I don't.
The 1950s?
Yeah, since the 1950s. Why is there a vending machine in an abandoned 1950s asylum?
Yeah, with ancient crisps. Come on, they would have perished years ago.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, that may... Okay, there's a few inaccuracies there.
Just a few.
Yeah, just a few.
The biggest one for me is on the drive home. It's like...
Never was a drive?
Yeah. Bike home.
In the taxi on the way home.
Yeah, in the taxi. No.
In the wife's car on the way home.
That's fun.
Yeah. Adam, you're driving. But yeah. Also a headless nurse with a clipboard. Oh, classic.
Yeah.
That standard ghost trope that everybody, you always come across in asylums. Headless nurses with clipboards.
I don't understand why a headless nurse would need a clipboard. They're not going to look at it, are they?
No. Might be
I suppose they could
chart.
be using it to slap someone with.
Yeah, could be a patient's chart that she's holding. She was holding it when she died, decapitated. That's a bit morbid.
Maybe the clipboard's what decapitated her.
Quite possibly, yeah.
She picked it up thinking it's a head.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. So
don't worry, I'll bring the snacks.
Yeah. Yeah. What snacks would you bring
to a ghost hunt?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't bring crisps. The rustling of the bag would, prevent you from actually hearing any noise.
Yeah. It'd creep you out.
I don't think it would. I think it'd just be too noisy and distracting.
Hot dogs.
Beef jerky.
Chili. Ooh.
Bit of beef jerky. Sandwiches.
What, the sandwiches for protection?
Yeah.
Put a blessing on you before you go in. The Witch of the Sands.
Maybe just sort of like some sweets.
Yeah.
I won't name any brands of sweets because then it'd be advertising, which now if they're not going to pay us to advertise them, they're not going to advertise them.
No. Some Horriblos.
Yeah.
Some Snikers. Some
Ervas original as well.
Some Jupiter bars. Some
oh dear.
NNNs.
Yeah. Walnut ones.
Walnut NNNs, yeah.
And some red licorice.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And some Toffeos.
Would you bring like a flask of hot water and pot noodles or something?
Bring some cafe.
Yeah.
And some E.
Yeah. Some E's.
Some E. Can't say
turn a ghost hunt into a rave.
You can't say tea. You got to say E. I don't drink tea.
No, I do.
Yeah. Take some hot coffee in a thermos.
Yeah.
Make it a cappuccino. It's a posh ghost hunt.
Yeah. Yes. If you could go and lie in a sleeping bag in the middle of an old room with a haunted light bulb flashing you all night, you might as well do it in style.
Yeah, do it in style. I think we'll call that it for the stories.
Yeah.
We do have a couple more episodes planned for October, ready for Halloween. So stay tuned for the next few weeks up to Halloween for the new episodes to come out.
Yep.
I won't spoil any of them yet.
No.
Because plans might change. You never know. That's it. There's not much me and Rob talking this week again, or this month.
We both have colds.
We both have colds, which is why we've gone the easy route. So
I don't know. I didn't feel very easy.
No, I don't. It's not like those. I'll be honest. The first lot of stories we got when we first started asking these, we got some really good stories, good length. It seems like AI is evolving in a way which is not.
It's like AI's fed up and it just wants to go backwards. I'll just give him any old tosh.
Yeah, give him any old rubbish.
I'm not telling you stories anymore. Have these crappens and I'm done with it.
Buy a book and read the book, you fools.
Write your own.
Head to YouTube, check out some ghost stories on there. Head to Reddit, read some creepypastas.
I like pasta.
I like pasta. Anyway, on that note, let's go get tea. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Big shout out to all the poltergeists out there. We have to keep that going.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeists, yeah. The poltergeists out there. And stay spooky. Ooh.